this. Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough, because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tori? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tori, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tori? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tori Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe. Tori Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action
and nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute to everybody joining the show today, this Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. We got to get the camera angle together. We got the, if you watch this, we broadcast live, we got the back camera angle so y'all can see your boy Tory Lowe as I broadcast live right here in American Family Studio. And I'll say this. Today's theme of the show, but before I get into today's theme of the show, I want to see who in the chat, first of all. SE in the chat. We got Kawanda in the chat. We got Josh, Jeff in the chat. Salute to everybody joining the show in the chat. Another powerful chat. Sada Baby in the chat. Somebody said they like the new angle. How y'all doing? If y'all watch this, we broadcast live, y'all see the new angle. Maybe I should do my first segment with the new angle. Okay, well check this out. My message, when I start the show off, I always try to start with like something that, like a gym, like something that could give you, so you could go about your day after you get off the show. You could kind of go about your day. So today, my jewel that I'm dropping is mind your own black business. Mind your own black business, Truth Nation. And for those that ain't black, mind your business. Mind your business. But mind your own business. And I say this with sincerity. I say this with a lot of sincerity. Because I see that there's a lot of distractions going on, and we continue to get on this hamster wheel where we got so many things going on that we want to put the cape on with the hole in it and fly out, and many times neglecting our communities, our families. We overlooking that we're not getting the results and the outcome. But every time something happens, we feel the urge or the need to step in front of things or stand on the front lines in front of people. And that's genuine. That's who we are genuinely as a culture. Like, we feel like we can help. But I'm going to need y'all, you know what I mean, to take that energy and mind your own black business. I mean, we need help in the community. The kids need attention. The neighborhoods need attention. The leadership needs to be held accountable. We need to pay that some attention. And we need to make sure that we're getting outcomes that are desirable, that we can say, look what we have gotten from our energy, and we got to contribute to what's going on and what's going wrong. Well, it's a lot of things going wrong, but we got to get in there and contribute to turning all of this around. And every time I look online, I see distractions. People trying to pull us in their agenda, in their ideas. And we get involved. I mean, every agenda for the last umpteen years, it's a black person in front of it with a bullhorn. But we're still coming back to our community wondering why our community haven't changed. Why haven't our education system changed? Why haven't our economics
in our community, how come that haven't changed? How come the things, the development, what we call the neighborhood development for the youth, how come that hasn't progressed? How come I can't go down the street and get a Coca-Cola, a bag of chips, and a Little Debbie snack cake from a black man or a black woman? Somebody tell me that. It's time to mind your own black business. It's time to time out and get the village in order. That's what's going on in 2026. That's got to be the goal. We can no longer take our energy outside our neighborhoods and leave our communities stranded. And that's the truth. Mind your own black business. It's a lot of things that I see where people are getting involved in agendas that they thought that was going to help black people. They even called one of these agendas Black Lives Matter. They thought that was going to help black people. It was so powerful. Y'all thought it was so powerful. Why it ain't going on today? That was just a couple years ago. Everybody talking about Black Lives Matter. Now, when I talk to a black person, don't nobody say Black Lives Matter no more. Because they know it was a scam. We didn't get nothing from it. A scam. I told y'all it was a scam. I told y'all when it happened that this ain't us, and folks tried to blacklist Tory Lowe. The people that was pushing the agenda, the people that was funding the agenda, they was behind it. They tried to blacklist Tory Lowe, but you can't blacklist God's work. What you gonna do? Stop me from going to somebody's house that need my help? You ain't even built like that. You don't even go in front rooms like that. You just talk. You thinking that you gonna get that big Martin Luther King speech and no results. That's what you do. You're not gonna get no results. That ain't no results. Everybody got something powerful to say, but nobody ain't got nothing powerful to do. So I can't be stopped. 20 years from now, you can't stop me. What you gonna do? You gonna beat me to the front room and hold the door closed? I doubt it. You don't even know who finna call me. My phone ring right now. You don't know where I'm going. I can't be stopped. Only how I can be stopped if I get off what I'm supposed to do and start letting somebody sway me to do what they want me to do. Now they got the power. And this is what happens to the black community. We can't be stopped. The only way we can be stopped is when we take our attention and stop minding our own black business and going somewhere else and putting our energy somewhere else where it's misdirected. And the energy been misdirected for a long, long time. It's time, Truth Nation. It's time to mind your own black business. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. On Sunday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to face in-state rival UW Green Bay Phoenix at the UWM Panther Arena for the Battle of I-43.
Loop a pass, baseline right, Franklin, in on Cotton, reverse layup. Oh, that was pretty. Elam, wrap a pass, left corner, Jackson, trigger three, and he hits it.
Scott Warris has the coverage starting at 1:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. What is Josh saying in the chat? What Josh talking about? He said that's why I wasn't mad about Bad Bunny performance in Spanish. Everybody stand on their business except us. Shaking my head. That has to change. It starts with us. Mind your own black business. I want to talk about this because during the Super Bowl, there was a commercial that played that was kind of, a lot of people thought it was kind of foretelling about the Ring cameras. It was the commercial about Ring cameras using AI to find a missing dog. Now, a lot of that went over y'all heads. But if you really understand what was being said, they have the technology now with the Ring camera to search through AI, and in the commercial they were saying it was for a dog. But think about it. They have the technology now through Ring doorbell to find anything. They just said it was a dog. But do we have that commercial, Andrew? Look at this Super Bowl commercial, and y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm going to give y'all my real opinion about this. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. We got the commercial, the Super Bowl commercial for Ring, the Ring doorbell. A lot of y'all got this on y'all front doors, maybe in y'all back doors. But this is the Ring doorbell. Is this the Super Bowl commercial? Let's listen.
Hello. Pets are family. But every year, 10 million go missing. And the way we look for them hasn't changed in years. Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs. Since launch, more than a dog a day has been reunited with their family. Be a hero in your neighborhood with Search Party. Available to everyone for free right now. Join the neighborhood at ring.com.
All right, so they got the technology, Andrew. They said that they using it to say they want to find a dog. They could have said a missing person. I mean, that's what we want to find missing people. But I guess it was safer to say that we gonna be on the hunt for a puppy, and everybody like, oh, look at that cute little puppy. But really, it's something more deeper than that. They gonna be able to hunt down criminals and everything. Like AI is making it possible that now they can use the Ring doorbell to track you. Understand what I'm saying?
Can I go down a rabbit hole?
Go right ahead, Andrew.
I think they're already doing it, Tori.
They already doing it, but what I'm saying is now they coming out and saying, hey, we got this technology.
Do you remember Luigi, the guy who shot that CEO?
Yes.
I think, again, conspiracy Zimmel, I think that they already had this, and that's how they got him.
I believe that if you got a bunch of cameras and you got it on one circuit or one system, once they find your original image on the system, they can track you everywhere now. So what are they using it for? Oh, they're using it to find little puppies. Oh, it's so sweet. It went over everybody's head, but the ones that was really tapped in, Andrew, you better not never break the law. Because now if I could get you on the Ring doorbell and I could put together the direction you went, the Ring doorbell going beep, 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 beep. They go, it's you. They got you. Don't commit no crimes because Ring doorbell got the tracking device now. That's what I got out of it. Now, for those that ain't out here committing crimes, you may not have to worry about this unless they change the law or something. And then, because Jim Crow at one point was legal. Okay. Black codes, and y'all know, I don't want to go too far. There's Black History Month. Black codes, Jim Crow, and redlining and all of this stuff. So it's always something sinister going on. But now they let everybody know during the Super Bowl that the Ring doorbell camera now is a tracking device. But we going to find the puppy. We going to find the puppy for y'all. Until you do something. Now I'm going to get you. Like I'm telling you, this is where I say how far this going to go. How far this technology going to go. We at the tip of the iceberg. We at the tip of the iceberg with this AI. Because AI just making everybody find a way to make everything work simultaneously. But there is a story where a judge calls out a Kenosha County District Attorney for not disclosing AI use in a criminal case filings. They already using AI. But a judge is saying, hey, Kenosha County District Attorney, why didn't you say that you use AI in this criminal case in the filings? If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Dozens of felonies that could have put alleged burglars behind bars for decades suddenly dismissed due to a lack of probable cause. But that isn't what has drawn the attention of criminal defense attorneys across the area like Jamie Pajak.
It's generally one of astonishment. It's one of just concern.
She's talking about a criminal court judge reprimanding the top prosecutor in Kenosha County for not disclosing that a computer wrote part of a legal document used in a criminal case.
Do you think this is acceptable coming from a district attorney?
Absolutely not. I think district attorneys represent the state of Wisconsin, right? And with that, they should be taking extra care with any documents that they submit to the court.
Court records show the defense attorney in the burglary case caught the use of AI after realizing the DA's office cited laws in the legal response that didn't make sense. One was related to construction contract disputes in Nebraska. Another was, quote, purely imaginary. The judge said Solace was using hallucinated and false citations. Pajak says being sanctioned in this case likely means a verbal warning to the DA.
It's just another good learning lesson for all of us in the legal community to review our work, to check it for accuracy. These are just, pillars of what we do to make sure we're giving our clients the best representation possible.
The DA responded to our interview request with a written statement saying, in part, the court addressed a citation error in a filing where AI-assisted tools were used without explicit disclosure. The issue was identified and acknowledged. Our office takes accuracy, candor, and disclosure obligations seriously.
We knew this was going to happen. We knew that they thought that AI knew everything. Some of y'all think that AI knows everything. AI is just still a baby. It's still in development, and it still needs us to feed it the correct information. You can catch AI in some mistakes if you really paying attention. AI doesn't know everything. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Now, it may know, maybe it may be good with sports because it all happened in one event. So, they could pull from that. But if it's like records that ain't visible online or things that they can't pull online, that's why it's bad for legal use. Because if you're going into detail with legal cases, it'll make up something that ain't even true. And this is what happened. They was being lazy. The Kenosha County District Attorneys, whoever in the office, whoever was right, the paralegal, whoever was writing up the paperwork, thought that they could take a shortcut and thought that AI was a fix-all. I'm going to get it done. It probably went out, hung out, came back late. Let me go on and use AI. Let me type in what's going on and see what AI type up. And it looked legit. It'll name a case, and if you at first glance, and if you don't go and look at the case and look it up and do your research, at first glance it look like it's legit. But AI still got a little ways to go. AI is not all the way there. That's why if you do use AI, go back and double check everything, because in certain spaces, AI is still learning and adapting. And I believe definitely in the legal sense. And I'm talking about when they have to come up with the court cases and things to prove their point. I don't think AI has gotten that, because a lot of those cases is not out there. You have to dig for that through, the court, the library, the law libraries and stuff. You got to look up a lot of this through the law library. They don't got all of these different cases or explain where AI can grab it and it be legit legally sometimes. If y'all could follow me on that. But hey, they using AI. Ring is using AI. I've been using AI. I got a Carmi Award. I got a Carmi Award here at GKB, and they needed a reaction. And I sent in my AI. I sent my reaction in AI. So I guess if I win, people will see an AI reaction, and if I don't win it, then you won't be able to see it. So, hey, that's why that's got the Disruptor of the Year award. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Injured at work, unable to work due to health problems, or denied veteran benefits you're entitled to? Last year, Tayback Law returned over $73 million in wrongfully denied VA and Social Security benefits to people in our communities. Tayback Law celebrates Black History Month by bringing its message to 101.7 The Truth. The team is thrilled to see Milwaukee achieve this exciting new outlet for speaking truth to power. And Tayback Law is always ready to fight for you. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Sometimes justice looks different to me. Do you want them in jail for murdering Corey Stingley? Yes, you do. Do you want them to go to trial for what they did and go through that process? Hey, But at the end of the day, the men that took Corey Stingley's life, something happened to where they have to accept the fact that they did that and that they have to be labeled a murderer for a certain length of time and when it was nothing, I think that was a huge thing that happened when you had to climb mountains to get to this point. 13 years?
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m., live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Orlando Magic beat the Milwaukee Bucks 118-99 on Monday night to snap the Bucks' season-long 3-game winning streak. Kevin Porter Jr. led Milwaukee with 28 points and 7 assists, but the Bucks committed 20 turnovers and gave up 67 points in the second half. Newly acquired veteran guard Cam Thomas scored 4 points in 13 minutes. Head coach Doc Rivers on the loss.
I thought we got stuck with the ball tonight. I thought their switching affected us. I thought they were first to every loose ball. All the physical plays tonight they made.
And tonight, the Wisconsin Badgers visit number 5 Illinois. The Badgers are 8-4 against conference opponents this season. Wisconsin has a 15-7 record against teams over 500. Tip-off is 7 p.m. tonight on Peacock. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, and member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, could the people's champ, the life of the party, you know I get it jumping. Yeah, you know I'm in the field, you know I'm in the field. Everywhere you go, I'm there, baby, and that's real. You know I'm in the field, you know I'm in the field. I said I'm Mr. Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Truth Nation Insider GP in the studio.
What it do?
Hey, it's a lot going on in the pop culture streets.
We got a good one for y'all today. We got a good one. Obviously, beef has no end, and apparently the Murder Inc. and 50 Cent or G-Unit beef kind of, continues on. And so basically, from what we gathered yesterday, Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo had an altercation with Ja Rule on a flight from San Francisco to JFK, which obviously led to Ja Rule getting escorted off the plane. And so we've seen numerous kind of, I guess, videos and angles of it. But I if I'm correct, I think Andrew has a clip. And so we'll let y'all kind of go from there.
Let's shake. Let's shake. Come on. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's go. Let's shake. Let's shake. Come on. Let's shake. Let's shake.
All right, they got to be 50.
No pun intended.
I'm just saying, when do the beef stop? Like, you 50 years old, you look, seems like they coming from the Super Bowl.
I'm assuming so, since they were in San Francisco.
Seems like they leaving to go back to maybe New York from the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And Ja Rule, Yayo, this beef goes back years. When do you call timeout on beef, or is it never over?
I think
never squash.
It's never over, and so obviously
that sends a bad message to the kids.
I wouldn't.
If you get mad at somebody, I ain't never. So when the disruptor come in and try to say, okay, why don't y'all drop it? No, because 50 Cent and Ja Rule ain't dropped.
Listen, because I know this is my camera up here. Listen, this is the disclaimer for everybody out there. If you got somebody that you don't like, you should not continue this on into your 50s. You should kind of find more productive and creative ways to express your anger and your hate that you have with others. Now, back to 50 Cent and back to Murder Inc. This beef will never end because someone almost lost their life over it. And so obviously Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo, they feel some type of way because Curtis Jackson almost left this earth because of his hatred and his disdain that he had for Ja Rule. And so ChatGPT obviously provides all the context that we need for this beef. And so the biggest incident that we can kind of lead back to, or where this beef kind of originated, with 1999, the year that I was born. So this beef has gone on longer than I've been alive. But again, the Hit Factory knife incident where 50 Cent was stabbed by a black child who was Ja Rule's close associate. 50 obviously survives and becomes convinced that Ja Rule was behind it. Obviously, he denied it. But there's other, issues and stuff like that than tension. And so Ja Rule blows up with Holla Holla, becomes a Def Jam star, and then 50 signs to Columbia. And obviously you have two, labels that are obviously feuding against each other because they want that #1 spot. And then we go back to 2001, where 50 Cent was shot outside Murder Inc. studio 9 times, or shot outside his grandmother's house 9 times. And Ja Rule also got shot in the leg at Murder Inc. studio. And so it pretty much was like as if they were sending hits back and forth. But again, when your life is on the line, no pun intended again, because we know that's another diss song that 50 Cent dropped in the early 2000s, the beef is never going to be over. My friends will have to have that same type of hate for you for the rest of their lives.
Even their kids now.
It might be, listen, if you got a nephew or a grandson out there somewhere, it better be Murder Inc., down with Murder Inc. for the rest of their lives.
All right, I'll say this. 50 just made a commercial during the Super Bowl for DoorDash.
And it was funny.
About beef,
Right.
And how, so he's kind of, and it's basically saying, hey, don't mess with 50 because he'll beef with you for life.
Yes.
And I think that when you look at beef like the East Coast, West Coast, people are working to say, hey, we never wanted to get like that again.
Yes.
We want to always try to find ways to remedy that. But then there's some things that you can't forgive people from, maybe trying to take your life. You may need more time, or you may not never forgive somebody for trying to take your life.
Absolutely.
But at this point, they yelling like children on a plane, where if you get into it on a plane, you could be
federal offense. Yep.
That you can actually be banned from flight.
Yep.
On the no-fly list. So I mean, where are we going with all of this? Because wasn't no real action gonna go down on no plane. If you know the rules to the game, if you flying all the time, kind of know, okay, hey, we can't do this, we can't do that. So what's all the yelling? What's all the barking for? You know what I mean? It's almost meaningless. It was no chance that it was going to be punches thrown on a federal plane.
Now, hear me out, right? This is our version of Tom and Jerry, because every time that they see each other is on site, or any time that they get a chance to dig at each other, they will dig at each other. For example, pointing back to, I think, a couple years ago when Ja Rule had a performance, and I think the performance was somewhere in Milwaukee or not, but 50 Cent bought out all the tickets to the venue as, kind of a petty gesture or whatever like that. There was also the DoorDash commercial about DoorDash sells combs, or they sell cheese puffs,
right.
Little slight digs at anyone that he can kind of get at. But again, when we think about 50 Cent is 100-0 in beefs. I cannot name a time that anyone has embarrassed 50 Cent or that he has lost a beef outright, whether it be in the studio or outside of the studio. This is one of the pettiest people to ever live.
A lot of people would say that Jadakiss won that rap beef between when him and Jadakiss got into it. A lot of people would say Jadakiss won that.
Right.
Also, and I like 50, I like 50. But this Fabulous verse, a lot of people saying that Fabulous cooked 50 on this verse, but 50 is not going to get you with the rap.
Never.
50 is going to get you with the embarrassment, memes. He's going to use social media. He's going to have his success. He has success in the film industry as a producer, executive producer, and actor. He's basically just beefing with people just for attention now, to me. He found another way to keep people's attention. He's not finna get in the booth. Is 50 finna get in the booth and rap?
There's no need to.
Because he just made a statement that most New York rappers now, from your place, from your hometown.
From my hometown, right.
The people that, the rappers that you grew up listening to,
right.
They all become podcasters. And I said this on the show. Is podcasting a graveyard for the old rappers?
I wouldn't say it's a graveyard.
We had that conversation.
We did have that conversation. I wouldn't say it's a graveyard. My thing is, again, 50 Cent, I don't want to say that he's so above reproach or kind of reprimand, because there's some times where he does some things that are very distasteful and kind of uncalled for to a lot of different people. For example, when Irv Gotti passed away, he posted, I think, a picture of him smoking hookah at the hookah bar or whatever, said we smoking on Irv Gotti. 50 Cent does not know any lines, and there's no love in war. You know how it is. I don't think that they will ever be able to come to the table and kind of sit down. And so 50 Cent, obviously, this beef has continued on for so long. He sent the henchmen out there, basically. They did exactly what 50 Cent probably would have did if he saw him on the airplane. And it obviously led to a very embarrassing moment for Ja Rule, who I don't think he was kicked off necessarily. I think he just kind of understood that, I don't know if I want to fly 4.5 hours with two of my biggest, opposition or my enemies kind of behind me.
So he had a layover.
I don't even know if they might have comped him for the flight. He might have gave the flight up for someone else. Wow. They might have given him a hotel stay. He might have stayed in San Francisco.
I think the beef thing is played, though. Why are they promoting beef at a time where we need peace? Especially with how many homicide rates are up high, why would you promote holding grudges? See, this is why I gotta back off from these entertainers. They imagery is a little bit more sinister when you look into it. On the surface, it looks fun. Yeah. It looks like, okay, but then it's teaching too. And people are duplicating these same mentalities because they think that these are the routes to success. Yeah. And so 50 promoting beef and being good at beef and never ending or squashing beef, but he did squash, I'll give him, he did squash his beef with the Lots. Right. He squashed his beef with Fat Joe.
But I think those were just common misunderstandings.
I'm just saying, but he does know how to do it.
Yeah.
He never squashed the beef with his son.
Listen,
but what I'm saying is, he does know how to tame it down a little bit.
Yeah, he has a mature side to him. He's obviously an entrepreneur and a businessman first. So if anything makes sense in order for him to continue getting money, he'll do that for sure. But I think, again, when we think about this beef and how long and how far it's extended, both of them profited greatly off of this beef. And I don't want to say that they got a deal under the table or anything like that, but Ja Rule loves this attention. He loves running into them. Anytime that his name, it can be brought up in a story, because I don't want to say he's irrelevant now, but this is the perfect storm for him. He's all over Twitter. He's all on TMZ now. It gives him
from taking a flight home. And now with this situation, we talking about him right here on the Tory Lowe Show.
And I'm telling you, it's crazy. Think about the thousands of flights that leave airports every single day, and you ran into two of the men in the world that hate you the most.
It could be staged.
I'm telling you, what's the coincidence here? I'm telling you, that's such a crazy coincidence.
All I'm saying is these young people need to learn how to rationalize. I was just talking yesterday. You can't be impulsively triggered through emotions, because if you are emotional every time you make a decision, somebody's going to control you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is teaching is against everything I was talking about. Chill out, relax, be calm, walk the other way, because it ain't worth going to jail. It ain't worth, being in the situation where you may have to put your family members in the space where they have to go in their pockets and help you out in this situation. These are so-called rich entertainers.
Yes.
But when it goes down to the street level, a lot of these cats ain't got money like that. They can get a lawyer and get out of some of these situations.
And that's the thing.
And they end up crying on the first 48.
Yeah, and that's how beef usually ends. Again, when we think about, all of the crazy, I don't want to say legendary beefs, because we sound like we're glorifying it, but you think back to the East Coast, West Coast beef, which obviously led to the death of two of hip-hop's biggest icons, at the peak of their careers. We lost Tupac, and then we also lost Biggie, in the aftermath of that. And so a lot of these issues can be fixed with a simple conversation, but a lot of people don't want to put their pride aside, and they feel like they have something to gain from the beef. We obviously got some of the greatest music we've ever gotten from the early 2000s because they had a common misconception, or they had, a very starch disliking for each other. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really end. You don't see a lot of issues get this, or to this point, I guess, where they're on a plane arguing and throwing pillows. A lot of times it ends in much worse circumstances.
Yeah, I heard he threw a pillow at Yayo.
Which is hilarious. I think
they pillow fighting on the plane,
and that's where this beef is. Again, that's how much stock we should put in this right now. This is Tom and Jerry-esque. It's like when they.
I wonder if feathers fly up out the pillow.
I'm telling you, something like that.
Just saying.
You know how they tar and feather people back in the day. I'm telling you, this is what it feels like.
Here we go.
It feels like a kid beef. Again, these are men who are 50 years old who have grandchildren now. And their grandchildren might have grandchildren. I don't understand if they ever are. I don't think they're ever gonna, put this down.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a business strategy to stay in beef, because 50 didn't make beef a business, and he made it entertaining. So now 50 just beefs because now he can get paid from it.
Well, that's the thing. The white people are, kind of profiting off it too. DoorDash,
right.
The CEOs and the VPs of content, or not VPs of content, but VPs or CMOs, they're kind of like, we need to play more into this.
Right.
He obviously is more than willing to, feed into it too.
And we as a culture have accepted it because we like him.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where it goes. Again, everybody else profits for it or profits off of it. And
we living in food deserts. So DoorDash say, hey, look, this is a good time to get 50. They like 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got no grocery stores in Milwaukee where they could get fresh fruits.
But I'm telling you, you'll see
I'm just playing.
You know, I'm saying, though, you'll see it eventually. There'll probably be a coupon code or something like that. Companies know how to capitalize off people who don't have the wherewithal to kind of know better and not promote it as much. 50 Cent, obviously, very talented businessman, very smart man. You got it out the mud, has put a lot of other people
He sells
on.
drug culture.
Yes, but we still gravitate
But that's
to it
what I'm
because it's
saying.
what we know.
Because they socially engineered our communities and we took on that culture. And now we romanticize about being rich drug dealers half of the time. And we living by G codes and most of us went to school and going to work.
Yeah, again. Everything,
it is what it is.
Yeah, they say everything needs to come to an end at some point, and so again, I don't know. Maybe they need to have a celebrity boxing match. Maybe that's the end. That's the end all to it. I don't know who we take. I don't know who would win, but at some point, they're going to look back on this 20-something years ago, or when they're in their 70s and gray, and be like, "Damn, what was all this energy? Worth? We could have got together and maybe did something creative on the music side of things, opposed to pillow fighting and throwing peanuts on a Delta plane in first class." I don't know.
All right, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. We got GP in the studio.
Yes, sir.
Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, Joe. Working again? Retirement was boring, huh?
Not boring. Expensive. Food, medicine, rent. Social Security just isn't enough.
I know, and that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
Free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I think I better let him introduce himself. Yeah. Tory Lowe about that action. Tory Lowe about that action. Tory Lowe about that action. Tory Lowe about that action, man said. Tory Lowe about that action. Tory Lowe about that action. Tory Lowe about that action. Tory Lowe about that action.
101.
If you win Milwaukee.
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report. I got GP in the studio, Truth Nation Insider. GP, Glorilla goes live to address her sister.
Yes. And
now, she had her mother on the phone.
And her father.
And the father on the phone. Right. Do we believe Glorilla? A lot of people want to believe that she is not taking care of her folks But, you know, she goes live to say, hey, look, I've been taking care of my mom and my dad. But I had a show a while back saying, how much do you owe your family, you know, when you make it? You know what I mean? But I guess her sister, you know, from the conversation I heard both sides. I heard the parents. I think the sister may be
a lone wolf
out here foul.
Yeah, a lone wolf. No, yeah,
Right.
Glorilla pretty much she went live on Facebook to kind of dispel some of the rumors, and she obviously called her mother. Her mother basically said that she wasn't wanting or needing for anything, that, you know, obviously that Gloria Woods, as she's legally known as, you know, has taken care of them in, you know, her new fame and newfound riches, obviously. She also had a FaceTime with her father. Her father said that he couldn't ask for anything more than what she's already given outside of, you know, cars, and I'm not sure, you know, what else that she's obviously spent for them or kind of financed for them. But again, it goes to say that you have people who are always close to you, but they don't have your best interest at mind. And so Glorilla talked about potentially, or I guess allegedly, being put at gunpoint and, you know, set up by her sister.
It's an actual
report. Yes.
Of this incident.
Yeah.
This, I wouldn't, look, let me tell you, you tell me you're going to do something to me, I may not never talk to you again.
No, not ever.
Because you got to be careful. Because a lot of people get caught off guard because family members will threaten them, and in their mind, they be like, hey, you related to me, or in their minds, you my friend, you wouldn't do this to me. And they get unalive by people that are close to them through envy and jealousy or whatever the reason is. And so I don't take that lightly.
Yeah, to anything that you say to me that feels like a kind of threat or even has any type of issuance of a threat, I know how to move. I know to watch myself around you. I know to stay away from you from a little bit. And so obviously,
you may not never see me again.
And that's what I'm saying. Glorilla.
Because I got a temper too. Like I said, we all came from struggle. We all came from tough spaces. Being black in America, sometimes you got to do what you got to do and to survive. But I always tell people, it took a lot of work for me to be this calm.
Yeah.
But understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your anger is not as strong as mine. I'm just not showing you my anger.
Well, because you have a cap on
I got it under control. So this is why I know that's the single when people start doing things that may trigger what's underneath. You gotta leave it alone.
No, absolutely. Jealousy is a disease within itself. Again, this is someone that grew up in the same household. They shared meals. Obviously, they went to family gatherings together. This is her sister. This is her blood. And for her to feel, you know, like she could come speak out and betray Glorilla like that.
Right.
It's just crazy to me. Again, she started doing skits. She's looking for her 15 minutes of fame. And so she got it. But at the end of the day, when you're really down and out and
she's being used.
Yeah. And when
she's being used for views. She's saying something strong about somebody that's extremely popular. She getting her, like, I wouldn't even call it 15 minutes of fame. She's getting a second where people are using her for content. And even though she thinks she's getting money, she only asked for $2,500.
Cheap.
And that's an appearance fee.
Yeah.
Like that's an appearance fee.
On the low end.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's a C-list celebrity.
That's all I'm saying. So when they done running her through the mill and getting content from her, you ain't gonna never hear from her again. And she gonna still have the same problem or whatever she had or thinks she has 5 years from now.
Yeah, but is the 15 minutes of fame even worth being alienated, not only by your sister, who basically is the breadwinner and the whole key to the situation, but also your parents? Again, your parents are, they obviously have an affinity for, you know, their own daughter who has blessed them, taken them out of the hood, so to speak, given them everything that they could not have imagined, everything that they struggled and sacrificed for growing up, believing in this young girl's dreams. And now she's a star. She's globally and also locally recognized, and again, has a famous boyfriend who's an all-star NBA player.
Right.
She's got a lot of blessings around her. And so, again, nothing that her sister kind of has thrown on her, or kind of, you know, that weight that she kind of feels like she's bearing right now. I don't even know why she addressed it in the first place. I think that she should have just kind of left it alone and just let her keep yapping into the void again. She got her moment. TMZ obviously probably paid her for that appearance or whatever, but how far is that money going to go? No one's going to keep crying.
She is being, all right, let's say TMZ paid her.
Yep.
She got the lowest fee. Like, she didn't get top dollar for that interview. She listened to what she was even asking for.
$2,500.
So,
and they couldn't believe it. They were like,
what? Like, you could tell, like, people like 25. Glorilla got millions of dollars. So it shows her education level, her comprehension skills. It shows her rationale. And people were just playing with this girl.
Yeah. And they playing right in her face, and she's allowing it to happen again. Someone else's success not only is never your success, but you got to play your role sometimes. A lot of people are in rooms with people who might have a little more going for themselves, and they want to be the star of the show, but you got to wait your time. Sometimes you're not meant to necessarily be the star. Again, even, going back to kind of the 50 Cent beef, obviously with Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo has made a career off of being Robin.
Right.
He understands not to mention certain affairs, not to talk about certain moments. He
understands his role.
Yes, when he's called upon, he answers the call. And so obviously, if you're Glorilla's sister, again, if you're Victoria Wood,
and she looked like she could have been her hype man.
Anything.
She got the tattoo. She looked like she could have just been.
Could have been on the road, just turning up.
Yeah, just being a hype man, like Spliff Star.
Yeah, but instead, burnt herself out, and now she's stuck in Memphis for the rest of her life. No money, no jobs, no opportunity. Because again, people with that much money and that much influence, they can get you blacklisted. People obviously will come to you and let you tell your story because they think you're a goofy, and they think that people are going to come to their page or their platform to laugh at you. And it's just sad the way that it shakes out. Again, you hate to see family members in general end up beefing or kind of end up, in any type of disagreement. But again, nothing or everything that is going to come towards her, she's done it to herself. Anything that comes after this is warranted, in my opinion.
Do you think we as a community are more attracted to beef? Because now it's being marketed, everybody marketing beef now. Maybe we got to check ourselves on what we paying attention to if we want it to stop.
Yeah. I think a lot of the beef that happens nowadays, it spawns from, again, misconceptions. And it's not necessarily anybody doing anything foul. For example, we talk about it all the time. People throwing subliminals in their songs or not paying homage or not giving people certain respect. We saw it a lot, too, earlier in the 2000s, or not 2000s, but, for example, again, another random beef that I can kind of think about in my head. Lotto and Nicki Minaj. Lotto was obviously a rising star in the rap game. People were loving her songs and stuff like that. And so she basically said that she was #1 at the time, and Nicki Minaj started throwing salt and, just being, unwarrantedly, or I guess mean, to people for no reason. That's kind of what it feels like. People love the beef because it creates forums and conversations.
It creates storylines and content.
Yeah, and that's all.
And then they watching to see who's going to die first.
Pretty much. And everybody falls off at the end anyways. No one really profits from beef, really. Obviously, you get your little, 1 month, 2 month run out of it, but beef.
And some of these concepts are dangerous because you get involved in the beef, and the only thing that's going to happen to you is most likely going to end up dead or in jail.
And that's the choice that people got to make. Again, is anything that you really have to say or your hate for this person, is it worth potentially sitting in jail for 20 to 25 years, if not life? Because someone said something you didn't like, or someone was hanging out with somebody you didn't like, or they affiliated with whoever else, this group of people that you didn't get along with. So that's kind of where
it's not worth it, but that's why they market it to us.
Yeah. They sell it. It's going to keep selling.
Hey.
People eat it up. People eat the beef up.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on the show, GP, as usual, with the Pop Culture Report.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we got guests. Stay locked in.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in for Dr. Ken's Trivia, spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know. And Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Celebrating Black excellence, celebrating our history. All month long on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruthAwards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Office, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good, because today I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Low Show. And our guest is getting checked in right now. I wonder, but while our guest is getting checked in, they're saying that Milwaukee residents potentially exposed to measles on a flight. The measles is making its way around. I've been hearing about the measles. I haven't thought the measles was a real threat in a long time. But I remember when I was younger, you had to take that shot for the measles. But we're trying to get the video up. They're saying that some people may have been exposed from Milwaukee with the measles on a flight. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video and audio. Let's listen.
Absolutely frustrates me.
It's not the news anyone wants to hear before boarding a flight. Concerns about getting sick amplified by a disease they thought had gone away.
I think about getting a cold, but I overthink about getting measles.
Since the beginning of the year, health officials have confirmed 3 cases of measles in the state. The latest happening after a person flew with the disease from Phoenix to Milwaukee after being told to isolate.
To know that you have a sickness that could travel and affect so many people seems very selfish.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services has identified 6 Milwaukee residents potentially exposed on that flight. The health department here is working with the airport to try and connect with any staff possibly exposed.
It's really probably the most contagious infectious germ that we know of on planet Earth.
Dr. Joseph McBride is an adult and pediatric infectious disease physician with UW Health and the UW School of Medicine and Public Health.
Measles is a respiratory virus, It is incredibly easy to be transmitted from one infected individual to a susceptible individual.
He says the disease can start off like the common cold and turn into a painful rash. It can be dangerous, even deadly, for newborns and the immunocompromised. The best defense is vaccination. Advice travelers agree with.
Get vaccinated, get your kids vaccinated, and, think about your fellow man.
Well, I'll say this. I've been looking up this measles thing, and it's starting to make its rounds. I'm looking at Yahoo right now that says measles outbreak in Florida sparks concern from Central Florida doctors. They said that it's something going on in Florida with the measles. They saying somebody that flew over here to Milwaukee with the measles. I think the measles and the mumps they used to talk about. This is what my grandma used to be saying. You're gonna get the measles and you're gonna get the mumps. Now it's back. It's making a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. It's been here for years. Do we have to take the measles shot? Is everybody now gonna have to take a measles shot? Andrew, you taking the measles shot?
Yeah, I have my measles shot.
You had a recent measles shot?
When I was a baby.
But what I'm saying is, do you need a new one? Maybe the virus.
I don't think so.
They mutated. Yeah. Oh, you only need it once. I got it as a kid.
Then you're good. Then we're good.
Okay. So so is it a threat? Why are they saying it's an outbreak?
Because there's a lot of people who don't have the measles shot.
All right. Well,
I'll say a lot of Hasidic Jews do not have the measles shot. They feel like they don't have any vaccines. No vaccines at all.
Yeah, like I said, that's a choice if you want vaccines or not. I think when I was a kid, I didn't have a choice. I think my grandma just took me up there and then they strapped me down. I remember when I was a kid, they strapped me down because I didn't like needles, and they stuck me with whatever the vaccines was because you had to take shots, or they told us that we had to take vaccine shots before we entered into kindergarten. Or going, as you progress along, you have to take a certain vaccine at certain stages. So I remember they had to strap me down because I was screaming and hollering. I didn't, to this day, I don't like needles. So, hey, I just wanted to fill y'all in on that. Hey, we got the guests here. When we come back, we'll have our guests in studio, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This Black History Month, 1017 The Truth, opening up the mic to Milwaukee's youth. Young boys and girls sharing what Black history means to them in their own words. I'll be reading and sharing your submissions with the 1017 The Truth audience all month long. Our voices, our stories. If you know a young person with something to say, share their message on social media, tag @ToryLowe_King or 1017 The Truth. Let's amplify their stories together.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Look, this is one of my favorite guests. When he come on the show, I get to hear beautiful art. I call him the king of R&B of Milwaukee.
Talk to me.
That's what I call him. I don't know if he go around and say that, but this man have toured with Teddy Riley. He have done so many things from the city of Milwaukee that makes me proud when it comes to the music. Rodney Poe is in studio.
What's up, brother?
Look, let me tell you something, Rodney Poe. I am so proud of you. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
Over the years, you've been so consistent with the music, and just the art has been at a high level. Touring, you know. So when I see him, I be like, yeah, that's my brother right there. That's my bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
also,
that.
you cut hair too as well. You know, kind of trim me up a couple times. You feel me?
I had you right, too.
Hey, look, let me tell you something.
Your barber got mad.
No, I mean,
they get mad, but you know.
I don't swing through too much. I try to just stay trimmed up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I go through hairstyle changes.
Hey, man, that one looks good on you. You know,
you see it twist. You see how twisted again.
But I like the freestyle lock.
I'm trying to. Yeah. How did you know it's freestyle lock? Yeah,
I can look at it.
I got that brush, that thing.
Man, we've been doing hair a long time.
Yeah, you an expert. You eyeballed that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
But it's a pleasure to have you today because you got an event coming up.
Definitely.
And it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, on Valentine's Day.
Adult prom.
Yeah.
And music by DJ Kev, and hosted by the legendary Earl Stokes.
Yeah, and it's also my album release party.
Album release as well. We gonna while you're here, we gonna hear a sample.
Yeah.
Just a sample of the music.
Yeah. But it's important. So when we say adult prom, we're saying that's how you should come dressed. It's just like a protocol on how to treat your fashion. It's not like if you don't have a date, you can't come. You can come solo. You can bring your mom, your dad.
I missed out on prom now.
I did too.
You know, they said I was in the Apostolic Church. They said you can't go to prom. I was homecoming king, and they told me I couldn't go.
Dang.
Then I didn't go because I was in church.
Oh.
But then I found out it was some people that was in church that went. So I was confused.
It's always like that.
Hey.
People always telling you what you can't do.
People related to the past.
Yeah.
Like he told me not to go, but his nephew, he drove his nephew to the place.
They pulled him up clean in that Lincoln.
Looking nice.
Yeah.
In the BMW.
No, it had to be in.
I'm just saying, like, what happened?
Hey, man, it's a lot of things we can list out on and we can bring back, you know what I'm saying, forward. You know, these days, it's just so much room to be creative, man. So shout out to everybody that's supported, everybody that's getting their thing, they wear together. Like I said, you don't need a couple. You can come by yourself because not only is it a Valentine's Day event titled Adult Prom, it's my album release party.
Now, you got a new album dropping.
Yeah.
Just in time for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
The name of the album is Love, Sweat, and Tears. Love, sweat, and
Oh,
tears.
that's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because love takes sweat and tears.
Yeah. To love. Yeah. it
Right.
takes some
To
sweat and
love. Yeah.
tears.
You got to care to have the sweat and tears.
Yeah. We ain't want the blood.
Right.
We want the love. You know, I'm always singing about
Yeah, it's
love.
too much domestic going on. We don't want the blood in there.
Yeah, we don't need no blood.
Right. We want the care.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounded powerful.
Yeah, love, sweat, and tears, man. That's what it is.
Okay, so can you explain how you went through the process of coming up with this album? Because you always have a theme.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it on the love boat.
Okay.
It's always gonna be the love boat, baby. You know, it's too much hate going around to promote it. You don't have to promote that. I don't have to. So just me. You know, I'm always gonna lead with something that, you know, I stand for or I strive to be, and that's a better lover, a better brother, better husband, better son, a better business owner, a better artist, better uncle, you know, those things. So I really was chilling. I'm gonna be real, you know. I really was chilling with my career, didn't know what I was gonna do. I kind of was on ice in my own way. I put myself on ice after making the decision because I really didn't know which way I was gonna go with the group, you know, with Teddy. Once I figured out which way I wanted to go, I kind of was. I made the decision, but I wasn't prepared. The preparation wasn't there yet. And then, you know, I had got a call from my nephew, who is an awesome writer, song producer, Leandre Poe. Shout out to him in the studio with me.
Leandre is here in the studio as well.
Yes,
we're going to hear from Leandre.
Yeah. So my nephew, he's all, you know, when you...
And we got the missus in the studio.
Yeah, and my wife is here. Yes, shout out to my wife, Jaja. But, you know, you never know how these kids watch you when you come up. And my nephew has just been one of those ones that, you know, for the most part, most of my kids and nephews, they're really shy to show me their gift. They don't show me that they can sing and write and play instruments for whatever reason. Even barber, and they you know, some of them not a barber, they scared to come. So I admire him for stepping out and becoming an artist on his own. You know what I'm saying? But he watched me. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that he know about me from a spectator point of view or a student point of view that sometimes I kind of overlooked, and he brought back to fruition like, I got some records for you I wrote, and I want you to check it out. He sent them to me, you know, one by one. And once I heard the first one, it was just like, okay.
So he was kind of saying, look, this is what I'm doing. You was listening to it.
He's so
you
sneaky
was
with it.
Were you critiquing, or was you saying?
I never knew he was writing in hopes of me, you know, biting the record. Like I hope, you know, because he's an awesome writer, but he's a gospel artist too. So he's been writing for a while. But it just amazes me to see it come back full circle, to see my nephew giving me records that, you know, I'm going in and killing.
Now we got some records that you've sent. Andrew, kind of tee up some records. We got a couple records from the album, and you know what? I did not want to hear anything until I got on the show.
I knew you was going to
because I know Andrew. I know he had the songs. I didn't want to hear them because I was like, you know what? I want to have the raw emotion.
Yeah.
My raw reaction.
Yeah, you're going to love it.
To the album.
Yes, sir.
And this is just a snippet.
Yeah.
But Andrew, what song do you want him to play? What song do we have?
I tell you what, this is a no-skip album. You can play it backwards.
Anything. Song. Andrew, let's get them songs up for Rodney Poe. Let me know when you got them up.
You actually can play this one backwards.
Yeah, because the one thing about Milwaukee talent, Milwaukee right now is on the forefront of music right now.
Right.
Everybody's paying attention to what's going on right here in the city of Milwaukee.
Right.
And when it comes to the R&B, I think we've always had R&B. We've always had great singers that come out of the city.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We got some dope vocalists here, and that's moved around. Yeah. Definitely. Milwaukee.
Have you ever met Tank?
Yeah, I met Tank. Of course, I met Tank.
You ever would collab with Tank on anything?
Would I collab? Of course I would collab.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we got some real legends out here.
Yeah, of course I would collab with Tank.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see if we can make that happen. You know what I mean? Like, get Milwaukee in the space, because now all eyes on us. I'm talking about political, music, comedy.
Yeah.
everybody swinging this way, you know. And I think having that atmosphere where the Bucks was winning, a lot of people was like, "Oh, it's some brothers down there." Now, you know, if you really talk to the real OGs that travel around, they been knew about Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well, they knew.
Yeah, they been know.
Yeah, they know.
So and they coming out saying it. You know, Scarface, everybody. You know. So it's amazing to see how far we've come in the last decade.
Yeah.
When it comes to our art and reaching the world, especially with social media. Helping out a lot of times where we didn't get the radio play, but now everybody going viral.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
No, that's powerful. It's a good reach too. It's a good platform. I love social media. The attributes that it brings. So yeah, that's what's up.
Well, we got the song. What song do we have up, Andrew? I Adore.
I Adore. Oh,
I Adore is up first. If y'all listening, we got Rodney Poe in the studio.
Shout out to Billion Bound, my brothers Tim. Islam is real. Fred Boswell, that team over there in Arizona for this record. I appreciate you, brothers. I nailed this one.
Let's listen. Let me hear some. Let me hear the vibe on this. Turn it up a little bit, Angela. Oh, you got it up already.
Slow steps, but my heart's falling into direction. And you don't rush, you just move with that subtle persuasion. Soft tone, every word feels like quiet persuasion. Didn't plan for this kind of invasion. Your touch speaks louder than the words I've been chasing. I adore the way you see through everything I've been holding on. I adore how your presence feels like true, girl. I need you more. I adore your hands, they trace lines on my soul without warning. No, I adore how you turn my midnight into something like morning.
Okay. See, look, see this right here. See, this is you took it back to the love.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what I'm listening to right now in 2026. I mean, you know, this R&B. I don't know if they want to beat me up or they want to take me out on a date.
Nah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got it.
But this right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it down for us, man.
This is textbook.
Yeah, I ain't cussing her
R&B.
out. I ain't calling her out a name.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm keeping my position too.
You want to
as
walk
a king.
on the side of the lakefront holding hands.
Oh yeah.
This what this is. This when you really wanted a real girlfriend. When you want to get through the struggle. This, you know, with no good, bad, and ugly. You gonna hold hands and you gonna get through. That's this that get through music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's medicine. Don't play with it.
Hey.
You can't play in the medicine cabinets and just go digging through stuff and putting stuff in you. This is medicine. Music is medicine.
You can't be in no domestic violence with this music.
No.
Y'all
it's
gonna
fix
make
all
up.
that.
Yeah, y'all gonna.
Man, please.
Y'all gonna recommit.
Cut it out. You ain't gonna do her wrong.
Al Green, let's get back together. Let's stay together.
Man, you listen to my music. You ain't gonna do her wrong. You gonna do her right, Jack.
What song do we got up next, Andrew? What's the next record we got?
Man, that I Adore is crazy.
I Adore that song right there. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now that when the springtime comes, when I can get out here and go for a walk, that's what I'm gonna be playing. I need that to settle, to calm my nerves.
Oh yeah, you'll love that for sure. Album will be released.
Call your
Valentine's
name.
Day.
Call your name.
Calling your name.
What's up with
Shout
this
out
song?
To that
Call
young
your
man
name
over there. The writer of this song. This is one of them old. What he did was remake one of my old records, Breaking Up, Making Up, and kind of revamped it. So it's like one of them songs when you're saying, "Baby, I can't be away from you. When I'm away from you, I'm calling your name.
I need you.
Yeah, I need you. There you go.
You know, a lot of people don't want to admit that.
They don't want to admit it. Man, you still a G, man. Tell that girl you need her, man. You love her.
Oh, wait, what we doing on the air today?
We fuss, then we fall apart.
Yeah.
Said some things, gone a little too far. But when the night comes, it's your name I crave. No matter what, I can't walk away. Girl, every goodbye just pulls me in like fire. We burn, then we love again. We're breaking up and making out. Tears
Oh, that harmony.
Round and round, it's a dangerous
I sing.
game, but I keep on
I don't get no help in the studio either. My wife will tell you.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm telling you, hey, this sounding amazing.
Calling your name.
We only got the 2 songs.
Yeah, that's it, man. But hey, every song is a potential single. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Like, how do you choose which one is gonna be the single from the album?
I'm not doing it. Y'all gonna choose it.
All right, well then, look, put in the chat. I'm gonna need y'all after we listen to these songs in the chat to see which one y'all think should be the single.
Let's do it.
Sincere Running Ray Real said, "Yeah, bring back that '90s love."
Come on, man, that real love, man, that real love.
If you take your love away from me, I'll go crazy.
Man. Come on, man, you know about that.
I'll go insane.
Quit playing now.
Hey. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
Shout out nephew. Hey, I love you, boy. Appreciate you.
Look, nephew in the building. When we gonna run the break. Well, let's play one more because we got to get one more in. But after this song, we gonna talk to nephew.
Yeah,
we got nephew in the studio,
house,
helped out with the album.
Man, a lot of it.
Hey, look, give me one more, Andrew. Angel.
Say, man, if you're in love, it's a perfect song for Valentine's Day. My angel is next to me.
Okay.
I think it's important for you to have one. The angel is that one that balance you, man. You know, anchor you. You know what I mean?
Saved by an angel.
I prayed for love, and God heard my cry. I didn't know the answer would be you in my life. Through the storms, you're my peace in my life. Every day with you feels like paradise. When I look in your eyes, I see His grace. Every moment, every smile takes me to that place. No, God sent me an angel, right here by my side. A blessing from heaven. Ooh, I see it in your eyes.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Rodney Poe. We got this album release. Kind of we getting a little snippet of the album release right here on the Tory Lowe Show.
I snuck it in. But, you know, I'm in love with music. I'm in love with this album. I'll probably sing it anywhere. They can get me right now for free. Before Saturday, I ain't gonna lie. Outside, I might be somewhere with a boombox.
Oh, wow. Free concert.
I love this album.
Hey, look, when we come back to the nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in.
Yeah.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not not where they learned to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Orlando Magic beat the Milwaukee Bucks 118-99 on Monday night to snap the Bucks' season-long 3-game winning streak. Kevin Porter Jr. led Milwaukee with 28 points and 7 assists, but the Bucks committed 20 turnovers and gave up 67 points in the second half. Newly acquired veteran guard Cam Thomas scored 4 points in 13 minutes. Head coach Doc Rivers on the loss.
I thought we got stuck with the ball tonight. I thought their switching affected us. I thought they were first to every loose ball. All the physical plays tonight they made.
And tonight, the Wisconsin Badgers visit number 5 Illinois. The Badgers are 8-4 against conference opponents this season. Wisconsin has a 15-7 record against teams over 500. Tip-off is 7 p.m. tonight on Peacock. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, and member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Single out right now. Download this. Stream now.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got the MKE King of R&B, Rodney Poe, in studio. Valentine's Day, adult prom. This is February 14th. Doors open at 7 p.m. Hosted by Earl Stokes, music by DJ Kev.
And you'll be in the house too.
8531 West Brown Deer Road.
Oh, yeah.
It's sounding powerful. This new album, this new project, sounding powerful.
You is crazy. I seen that going crazy on the internet. Powerful.
Hey, they love it. You know what I mean? They can't help it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, some folks don't even know how to be powerful. We gonna teach them.
Yeah.
We got to let them know. Milwaukee got some great talent.
Yeah.
And to me, when I talk about just dealing with the city, just in the last couple years, so much art. But there are people behind the art. Hey, and we got Nephew.
Oh, yeah.
In the studio. How you doing? Now, can you introduce the Nephew? Like, he done did some writing, he do gospel. I heard he played keys, too.
Oh, yeah, he played tambourine, too, man. He cold on that tambourine. You know.
Tambourine.
Yeah.
Get his mic on. Get his mic up. Talk into the mic. Talk straight into the mic.
No
you can pull it to you. You can pull it up to you.
Tambourine in different keys. He knows.
Wait a minute. What you mean you play the tambourine in different keys? You
tambourine, but I play keys though.
Oh, for the say, you done been in church too long. You can do. You only people that go to church service know how to play that tambourine. Know how to do different versions of that tambourine play.
The boy played the tambourine.
What?
Oh, man.
I ain't never picked one up. Never will.
But once again, he writes the songs. how much influence has your uncle been to you in your journey?
Man, let's go back. I used to, growing up, I was a baby watching my uncle do his singing. I got two uncles that sing, but Uncle Rodney was one. I used to study his material. I remember laying in a room and I'd turn his music on and I can like envision me, you know, doing what he do. So over the years, I probably know more of his records than he know.
Okay, that's what's up.
So
he didn't forgot his records. You still know him.
Yeah, you remember Can I?
Can I be the one to make you smile? Can I be the one to make everything worthwhile?
Yeah, I remember
Dreams.
Dreams, they're all mine. Dreams, we're finding time that it feeds.
So like,
here we go.
I just grew up pretty much mimicking. Like, that's why it was so easy for me to write these records.
That's what's up.
So when I presented them to him, at first he was like, "Man, nephew." He thought I was playing.
Do you got any ad libs in the background?
No, I don't. I don't. But when I presented them to him, it was kind of full circle, kind of a special thing. Because growing up, I wanted to be him. So for me to be able to work alongside him is like,
that's what's up.
Dream come true.
Now this time when you go on tour, you get to go.
For sure. If you take
Look at he's like, hey, come on now, it's the summertime
I already
now.
told him we going up them Grammy steps.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, we need somebody to hit them Grammy steps.
Oh yeah.
From the city.
Yeah, you're gonna see them red bottoms and we going up them steps. You just look close. It's about 5 or 6 steps. We're gonna step up them steps and go get that award.
Now you sing gospel.
Yeah.
You got a gospel project out.
I got 3 records out right now.
And where can we find these records at? And what's the name of them? How can we find them?
My 3 records that I have right now is Worth the Wait, Here I Am, Still Chose Me, streaming on all platforms. Whatever you stream your music on, type in Leandre Poe, and you'll find it.
Leandre Poe, once again, so much talent in the family.
Yeah. That's why I say you never know who's looking, man. You gotta be careful, man. Hey, I'd rather them be doing this than anything else.
Well, speak about the event before we,
Well, the event, again, all are welcome. Again, it's this Saturday, it's Valentine's Day. If you don't have anything planned, your mom's sitting around the house, you want to get her out to something grown and mature, hear a live band, some great music, check out my new project. OG's is the place to be. We title it The Adult Prom, but again, that's a fashion.
Is there a color scheme?
No. You can put whatever color you want to put.
Just look good.
Look
like you about to step out.
Yeah, look like you
prom
enjoy
night.
Life. Look like you looking for love or in love or you just
order the
love.
limo.
I mean, if they still doing limo.
We used to back in the day. They used to get the limo.
Don't pull up in one of them Hearst limos now, jumping out thinking you fly. But we just want everybody to know anything I've done has always been grown for the grown and mature. All are welcome. My pastor's welcome. My church is welcome. My mom, my aunts, uncles will be in the house, our elders. So you can imagine a grown and mature event with some great music. My band is on fire. We got rehearsal tonight, man. We kicking tail, man, And it just feels good to be back doing my thing. It's been a while, especially dedicating 10 years to the group with Teddy and Blackstreet.
Right.
And now to be feeling like, totally liberated to be able to do my thing. It feels good. And shout out to my brothers.
You got plans on being at Summerfest this year?
Man, you know what? I hope so. I would love to do that. Let's see if we can make that happen. Summerfest. I would do the city good.
Of course,
it'll be good for me too. But I've done
Have you ever played some? You played Summerfest
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Oh, I kicked tail too. Then some other things got involved. But I'm here. I'm representing the city. Summerfest is available. Yeah.
That's what's up. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I always feel blessed when I get amazing talent in the studio, especially from the city of Milwaukee.
Thank you, bro.
And I appreciate you, Rodney, for coming through. And music, this event that's happening on Valentine's Day is going to be at 8531 West Brown Deer Road, hosted by Earl Stokes, music by DJ Kev.
Yeah.
How can people keep up with you, and how can people get this album?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say that you can get your tickets again at eventbrite.com/adultprom. Eventbrite.com/adultprom. If you don't get a chance to get your ticket there, you can pay at the door. Ticket entry to the event is $25.
Now, we got one more song we've been keeping in the oven.
Uh-oh.
There's a Love, Sweat, and Tears.
Oh, man, yeah.
See, we you know the name of the album.
Yes, sir.
We've been saving this for everybody.
Come on, man.
Here we go. This is the theme.
Together, heart still beating. Love came with sweat on my brow. Tears in the mattress. If you're still here now, you really meant it. Yeah. Love, sweat, and tears. That's the cost of staying. Love, sweat, and tears. That's a grown man praying. I'm still here.
Yeah. Love, sweat, and tears to still be here, man.
Sometimes it takes love, sweat, and tears to work it out.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Show up even when I'm tired of explaining. I learned love don't clap when you do it right. It just breathes quiet when it's maintained. I've been wrong and stood in it. No escape. I said my sorries without expecting forgiveness. I fixed what I broke with consistency. Not flowers, just change behavior and witness. I carry weight like it's part of my name. Pressure train it and fold me. If I reach for you now, it's intentional. I don't touch what I'm not ready to hold. See, didn't fall in love clean. Sitting bleeding and callous from holding us together. Heart still beating. Love came with sweat on my brows. Tears in the mattress. If you're still here now, you really meant it. Yeah. Love, sweat, and tears. That's the cost.
All right, look.
Love, sweat, and tears.
Once again, I'm gonna need y'all to tap in on Valentine's Day. Let them know where it's at, where the tickets.
Valentine's Day, it's at the old Olive Garden on 85th and Brown Deer. They call it OG's Lounge. Shout out to Tim Black over there, the owner of OG's Lounge. Appreciate you. Yeah, but you can get your tickets at Eventbrite. Again, Eventbrite/adultprom. Or you can pay at the door. Hope to see you there. It's this Saturday. Doors open at 7, from 7 to midnight. Want to see you. I got a special surprise. I don't want to put a stamp on it, but I'm telling you, you want to be there.
A special surprise.
You want to be there. And this is and I like to keep it, quiet, because this is for the ones that really support me. I don't want you there just because of the surprise that's going to be there. So I got a special surprise. I hope to see y'all there. Y'all come looking fly. There's no color requirement. Just come looking good. That's all we ask.
Well, look, I appreciate you for coming through.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to check out the event on the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir.
The music was amazing.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you every time.
Good reviews in the chat.
Every time.
Not really a city girl in the chat says, at this point, I just want to buy the album.
Album is available on Valentine's.
It's going to be available on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's. Love, Sweat, and Tears. Let me say that again. Love, Sweat, and Tears. The full album will be available on Valentine's. 12 songs. I asked them how many songs they wanted. We did a poll. They said 12. I delivered. Valentine's Day, the album is ready. Get it, share it, download it, stream it.
Big bro Blake, proud of you.
Blake, what up, dog?
Blake said he proud of you.
That's my dog.
All right, look, I appreciate y'all for stopping through. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got more guests coming in to the studio today. Stay locked in.
But I'm making a sound, so my kids wouldn't hear it. I've healed in rooms where nobody clapped. Just mirrors.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When something going on, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going on, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. Uncle Tori, where the f you been at? I know you hear him calling, that's Tori Lowe. It's a lot going on, you gotta get back. Who else gon' be the one to do? Goddamn. Real life superhero. And they say. When something going on, who you gon' call? Tori Lowe. When something going wrong, who you gon'
7 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. Look, we got guests in the studio, and this is a book release. We got Dr. Tamika Johnson in studio. Her and her daughter is in the studio. The author, her daughter's an author now. This is a child's book that she has, and to tell you the truth, I'm so proud that we're able to see your seed.
Yeah.
Because you are an advocate. You out here in the community. You won a community award last year.
Yeah.
What's going on with this book?
This is actually her sophomore book. Her first book was 10 Days with Samantha. And so this is pretty much a sequel of her first book she wrote when she was 10 years old. And actually it was released like a few months before COVID hit. So she had a couple of book signings scheduled for the beginning of 2020 and COVID hit. So we had to cancel all of her book signings. So she wrote this book about 2 years ago. And my illustrator, being from Ukraine, had a lot going on.
Oh, wow.
Like moving from the war, going to Poland. So it took her 2 years to actually complete this book. And so she completed it in the month of February. So I said, oh, wow, we can release it in time for Black History Month, because she's a huge advocate for Black history. So she talks about Dr. Martin Luther King in her book. She talks about Samantha's journey to the King Center, all of those different avenues. So it was right on time. So
well, Mia Moore is in the studio. The author, Mia Moore Johnson, is in the studio. Young author. Your first book. Oh, not your first book.
Sophomore book.
The sophomore book. How you doing?
I'm good.
Now, when did you decide that you were going to start writing children's books?
Well, this started, as my mom said, when I was 10. So I was just like writing for the fun of it, because I enjoy writing. And my mom seen it. She was like, "Okay, we're gonna turn this into a book." And I just started doing it since then for the love of it.
And you know your mama, she gonna be on it. She gonna be on it. She do not waste nothing. She don't waste no time. She go, if you say something, she gonna be like, we can turn that into a workshop.
Yeah. That's what happened too.
Right.
She was following me as I released my book, my devotion. And I seen her notebook and it had like day 1 and she wrote a bunch of it, then day 2. So I grabbed it and read it. I was like, oh, this is a book. So keep writing.
Right. Amazing. Also, the title, Samantha Goes to Atlanta. Now, what is this book about? Samantha going to Atlanta.
So, I know a lot of people when they like hear Atlanta, they probably think like the ghetto.
Take me through there. Take me through there.
Yeah, but no, it's not what this about. It simply started off as a family reunion she goes on, and then it through the book you see she goes on these different historical places. She goes to like the birth home of Martin Luther King. She goes to the
oh wow.
She goes to where they do like when they have the civil rights like events and stuff, and the King Center. It's like it's a fun but like also an educational book.
And so if a young child goes to Atlanta, these are some of the things you can explore.
Yes.
About your history.
Yes.
About Atlanta history.
Yes.
About Dr. King. It sounded powerful.
And Dr. King is actually in the front where children that purchase this book can actually color him. So it's a coloring page of Dr. King as well. So, and this is actually a sequel of her book, 10 Days with Samantha. So
where do we get the book from? Where is it?
It's on purchase Amazon. On Amazon. Yep. And if you Google the book, you can purchase it on different platforms, but you can get it for sure off of Amazon.
And do you have a web page where people can follow you and things like that? Is it a TikTok?
Yeah, social.
Do you use social media to promote a lot of the things you're doing?
Yeah. I have an Instagram. I don't have a TikTok yet, but I've been thinking about it.
You don't have a TikTok?
Not for my
for your following. Okay.
Yeah.
Not for the book, Instagram? But you got the TikTok dancing on.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's love with 2 L's and then 4, like the number 4 3 times, and it's M.I.A.
Okay, and like I said, you got a young up and comer right here. You know, she by the time she get married, she been had 1,000 books written.
Yeah, so her and my husband are in the process of writing a book of poetry. He's a poet,
that's what's up.
They're writing a book called Daddy's Little Girl, and so where both of them collaborate on the poetry they write as well. So, and she has a book coming. What is the second book? The other book?
So I was gonna take a little break on the sequel with 10 Days with Samantha and talk about how I grew up with a cleft lip and palate and like you know different emotions I went through and stuff like that.
And what is a cuff lip?
A cleft lip and palate.
A cleft lip and palate.
Yes.
What is it?
So when I was a baby, I was born. My top lip and like the top of my mouth was like open. Yeah. So and I know it's very rare and like it's rare, but like I know it's a lot of other kids that I've seen that actually has it too. So it probably is like an encouragement book for other kids that went through what I went through and stuff like that.
And it makes you unique too, because like I said, you get to talk about these things and how you were able to shine bright like a diamond and still be as amazing as anybody on earth at the same time.
Yes.
That's powerful. I'll tell you right now, like it's so much energy in the studio today from all of the talent that then came through here.
Most definitely.
I want to ask you another question about the youth. What is the biggest challenge facing the youth today that you feel?
Well, being black.
And when you say being black, what does that mean?
We come from a lot, and I feel like we're only looked at most of the time just because of what race we are. We're not looked at because of the knowledge we have. Because we come from a lot of great, but a lot of people don't talk about that. They only talk about the negative.
Marginalizing the greatness. But you saying, hey, look, you can't marginalize this greatness because you out here.
Yeah.
You got a book on Amazon. It's your sophomore
2 books
book.
on Amazon.
and you being a voice.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And you also have a book.
Yes. And this is
The Mom.
So my book should be released on actually Monday. Is teaching through trauma. And I mentioned a lot of the experiences that you even witnessed with me. I talk about the death of my student Tyreek Akbar and then I talk about the shooting of my student Tyrese and the murder of my student Ariana. So I talk about how the trauma that teachers deal with aren't talked about a lot. Some people view us as superhuman people, and we talk about all the ills that goes on in the classroom, but we don't talk about the mental, physical abuse of teachers. And
I was talking about that yesterday.
Oh, see, I didn't know. And we're going to lay it all down.
On time.
We're going to lay it all out. I'm laying it all out on in my book, Teaching Through Trauma. I talk about the abuse from systemic racism. I talk about me being a black woman, black educator, how I'm overlooked because of, my color or my attitude, the way I speak,
And most black children go to public schools. You would think that you
will hire more of us.
People that represent them in the schools, but it's almost the opposite.
Right. So they hire us more. So I talk about it in the book how black educators are being limited to surrogate parents in the school versus using our intelligence and our academics to bring about positive changes in the school. They keep us out the decision-making rooms, right? So I talk about that. How
you're there to maintain
maintain behavior, so they get the positions, they get the titles, they get the money, but the black educators who got all the education, we're stuck in the classrooms or we're told that, we're too vocal. And I talk about my own, I have personal narratives in the book, as well as I come from the perspective of my colleagues too. So it's teaching through trauma. And then I also come from a mental health coach perspective, talk about how I use those abuse and trauma to gain more, self-awareness, emotional regulation and mental clarity, to continue in the field of education, because we know that teacher shortages is at an all-time high. And a lot of people think it's just the students why teachers are leaving. Teachers are leaving because they're tired of not being heard. They're tired of being abused. So the kids come, black educators.
Wait a minute. The kids come in here and say they ain't being heard, and now I'm hearing that the teachers ain't being heard. Oh, wow.
And so, we talk about classroom management. Everybody talk about classroom management and how students are misbehaved, but what they don't say is it's abuse in the classroom. When you verbally abusing, we're adults, but if you cussing at us and screaming at us every day, that's abuse. So we're going to call it what it is.
From the students.
And it's traumatizing.
Well, we just had a principal from Atlanta. We played this yesterday where the principal got punched by a student.
Exactly.
But when we come back, I want you to give some answers that I asked yesterday, but now that you are here, a professional, and you writing about this stuff, I want to hear your reaction to what took place with this principal in Atlanta, because we had a huge discussion. You're right on time. We had a huge discussion yesterday. Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. We got Dr. Tamika Johnson and me, Amor Johnson, in studio. Stay locked in.
On Sunday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to face in-state rival UW Green Bay Phoenix at the UWM Panther Arena for the Battle of I-43.
Loop a pass, baseline right, Franklin, in on Cotton, reverse layup. Oh, that was pretty. Elam, wrap a pass, left corner, Jackson, trigger three, and he hits it.
Scott Warris has the coverage starting at 1:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
Are you ready to level up your mindset, your money, and your future? Join Coach Erica Odom, real estate investor, success coach, and published author for On the Journey with Coach Erica. This month's episode airs Tuesday, February 17th at 6 p.m. and dives into the powerful topic, why real estate is a mindset before it's a move. Coach Erica welcomes special guests Jeff and Jasmine Webster, real estate investors with Live Well Properties, for an inspiring conversation on building wealth from the inside out. Tune in live to On the Journey with Coach Erica on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
You're just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready-to-act.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Low Show. And we got guests. We got Dr. Tamika Johnson in studio. And we got her daughter in studio, the young author of Samantha Goes to Atlanta.
Yes. Home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
And I wanted to ask you, Doctor, a question.
All right.
Dr. Tamika. And only reason I'm showing this particular video is because it's footage of it. But I know it happens in schools where things flare up between the teachers, the principal, and the kids all the time. Like you talk about the trauma of dealing with NPS and some of the struggles you had to deal with being a teacher in the system, teaching the youth. But if you watch the screen, rewind this, Andrew. Rewind to the beginning where the principal has the encounter with the young student. We talked about this yesterday, and the student hits the principal. Now, right there, the principal took a swing, and then he continues to pursue the kid. All right, you get the idea.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have to watch it no more, Andrew. What I'm saying is, I just wanted you to see in context, and we were talking about what should a professional have done in this situation.
So I talk about that in the book as well, how teachers are expected, and those in the school system are expected to remain professional at all time, even in the face of life-threatening situations, even in the face of being hit. But and what profession are you allowed to hit? You're not allowed to hit a police officer. You're not allowed to hit a judge, a doctor, no one else in a profession. So at what point do teachers, why should teachers have to tolerate abuse? And so there are ways he probably could have de-escalated the situation, but I think we living in a high stress level, right? And people working directly with students that are, also deal with trauma. Students that also deal with trauma. So now we have to deal with the secondary traumatic. It's called secondary traumatic stress syndrome, right? That we have to deal with when it comes to dealing with the trauma that our students deal with. But then what about the trauma that is inflicted on us, like being punched, being cussed out, being screamed? So how do you handle that in the face of?
How often does an encounter between a student and a teacher occur? To this degree where punches are thrown?
Depending on the school, in the area, in the district. So the school I'm at,
what are the chances that this happens in a public school system?
It happens often in the public schools, the alternative schools. It happens often where teachers have to defend themselves. When I was working at the at-risk high schools, teachers were getting guns brandished at them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it gets real. So at what point, when do we expect teachers, why do we expect teachers to constantly, and principals, to constantly deal with that type of traumatic abuse? Then that's what it is.
And you brought up a good point, because police officers can go.
You know what they're going to do, kid or not.
They can slam your kid on his head. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if a teacher do it, they will lose their job.
They will lose their job.
Why do you think that's?
Because teachers.
Why do you think that is?
I talk about it in Teaching Through Trauma, that the field of teaching is the less respected field. Professional field. We need teachers, but they are the less respected people in the professions. And they want so much from us, right? And we get so little in return. And so then I talk about what teachers have, the conversations that teachers have at home with their family, how they were verbally abused, physically abused. It probably is not to that extreme, punching, but pushed. Cussed out, those type of things. And then not only do you get it from the students, but you get it from their parents. And then you're told by the administrators to remain professional at all times. So you think about it. How much can a teacher take? And then they're saying, we having a teacher shortage. Why do you think we have a teacher shortage?
Like a security guard at a department store.
Exactly.
If you catch them stealing, you can't put your hands on them.
Can't do none of that. So what do you want us to do?
So when people find that out, they just walk out.
And then you have students telling you, I can talk about you. You can't say nothing back to me. I can do this. And then you have parents that also abuse teachers verbally and mentally and sometimes physically. So, it's the state of education needs to be addressed. The treatment of teachers and professionals in the educational realm, it needs to be addressed.
Why do you feel that black teachers many times in public schools are there to be like a parent ideal instead of an educator many times? Do you think that the system expects you to kind of understand how to deal with black children while...
There's research behind that.
Do you feel that you're under a certain...
expectation? To
really be a mother almost to these kids?
Surrogate parent. Yeah. And a lot of black men, they get hired whether they have a master's degree or not. They are told, when they are about to be hired, they are told, we need you to manage behavior.
Oh, wow.
You are being hired to manage behaviors. Not educate.
Try to educate.
But mainly you are here to manage the behavior.
Sit down.
Of this. Yep. And then a black teacher. Wow. And so then, but you got to think about it, because we have that representation, and because the black parents are familiar and the black students are familiar with the black educators, we get less respect from them.
Oh, wow.
Because we're too familiar. You look like auntie, you look like mama, you look like so now we don't get respect from them as a black educator.
Oh, wow.
From our own people. So I talk about all of that, being a black woman and a black educator. Systemic racism, dealing with all of that. So not only do you have to deal with abuse systemically, I talk about in the book Teaching Through Trauma, I talk about political trauma. how we have to adapt to all of these political policies concerning the classroom when not one of them have been in a classroom ever, you know?
I was experimented on when I was a kid, when I was in the PIC program in the summertime. And we were in a class learning communications. I was working for MATA, you know, at the time. You know, they had the PIC program. I was fortunate enough to have a television series on public access when I was younger, 15, 16, 17. But we had teachers, and we had a black teacher who was a male, and we had a white teacher that was an older white woman. And we didn't know we were being experimented on, but the black teacher would come into a classroom and give us instructions, and we'd continue to talk, and we would be listening to him, but we really wouldn't be really doing exactly what we were told. Then he would leave out, and then the white teacher would come in, and then in that instance, everybody paid more attention. Everybody kind of listened more to the white teacher than we did to the black teacher, but we didn't know we was being experimented on. So when they broke it down to us what happened, I started paying attention because
now you see.
You got to be educated. So if you just a kid just going along with the status quo, you don't know. But once we were educated on that, I paid attention to that very behavior.
Conditioned.
From there, yeah, we were conditioned to do this.
Conditioned to respect white teachers over black teachers because we're familiar, right? But then this generation of kids don't care who in the classroom.
It's a new breed.
It's a whole new breed. I've been teaching 24 years. They respect a lot of, you know, the black teachers that I know, but it's a new breed that we teaching now.
And when you say new breed, as in behavior, like
behavior-wise,
it's unmanageable. Is it unmanageable behavior?
So the focus is no longer education, right? You have a generation of children that have the world at their fingertip. We didn't have the world at our fingertips. So they exposed to so much, you know, and then you talk about when they come into the classroom, we strip them from the world that they used to having 24 hours outside of school, right? And so it's just a whole new generation, reality TV. Nothing is clean anymore. So it lack a lot of morals.
Low vibration.
Morals and values and things like that. So it's missing from the parenting, and it's evident in the classroom that it's missing from the parenting.
I made a post on Facebook, and you know these posts I make like this don't get a lot of likes, but it was something that I've kind of just over the last. You know, I've been out here 17 years straight dealing with the community. And I made a post that said, people out here moving like ain't no God.
Yep.
Lord have mercy. Like, people just ain't no...
You'll be surprised.
Ain't no repercussions.
There's no fear of God in the children this generation. I seen, in my years of education, I seen where the class would transition from students who went to church every Sunday to now students don't even know what prayer is. In Christian schools.
Wow.
In Christian schools. And I'm gonna just say it like this. People leading Christian schools that ain't Christian.
Well, it's popular now.
It's popular now. And, you know, so there's no fear of God, not only with the students and the parents, but even those who lead in the schools these days aren't believers.
Wow.
So we see it in our community as, you know, we see the result of society created what we see in the classroom now, right? But what society gets to do that we can't do in the classroom is penalize them or hold them accountable for it. Society will hold them accountable for some of the stuff they do in the classroom. If they did it on the streets, they'll be held accountable for it.
Well, I'll say this. It was a father that called me, and he said that the teacher told him his daughter was out of control. And the teacher called him, your daughter out of control. I can't keep her under control in the class. So when she got home that evening, he spanked her with his hand. She had a red mark on her thigh. She went to school. That same teacher called Child Protective Service on the dad and wrecked his home so bad that it took him a year to get everything figured out.
And again, that's why I say society is creating what we see in the classrooms. Because even with that same teacher, as you mentioned, we are mandated reporters.
Right.
So if that child showed that teacher the bruise on her
leg,
she was mandated to report that, because if she didn't, she could be charged. That's a crime.
But the teacher instigated it.
She probably, the teacher didn't know he was going to be
She was on the phone turning up.
I'm going to tell you, like,
your baby wrecking my class.
I'm going to tell you, like a police officer
I'll do something about it. I'll make sure she don't wreck the class no more.
Let me tell you what the police officer...
turned around and wrecked the family.
Let me tell you what the police officer told me about my son. He was getting caught up in the, what was that, the generation of sexting. And the police said, pop him with a wooden spoon and don't leave marks.
Wow. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through, Dr. Tamika Johnson. And you know what? This is amazing where I see a mother and a daughter, you know, Mia Moore Johnson, a young talent that's coming up through the times where they say these young people may be in a situation where they may be. A lot of people say, oh, these young kids is a lost cause, you know. But there are so many kids out there that are
doing good,
doing well. And they let the 20% of the kids that are, you know, out here rebelling overshadow all of the rest of the kids who really need neighborhood development and things to actually do.
Right.
And actually somebody to really go inside these homes, because a lot of these kids are dealing with a lot in the home.
Yeah. And so then you bring that same trauma into the classroom. And so again, you think about food insecurities and all of those things, the teachers are left to handle those things. And we build strong connection with our students. So not only are we dealing with vicarious drama, which we're feeling the pain of our students, but then we're also dealing with the trauma that's being inflicted on us by other students, you know. So it's a topic that needs to be talked about, and I think it's about time that society begins to have this conversation. Teachers been having a conversation, principals been having a conversation about teacher trauma and educational trauma, and it's time for the conversation to be had with society, parents, and students.
Where can people get the book? How can people
keep
up with you and follow you?
The book is on Amazon, and my website is growupempowerment.com. They can follow me on Facebook at Tamika Johnson, Instagram, Tamika.Johnson, or Grow Up Empowerment Life Coaching.
Puff!
Yes.
Hey, look, we're going to have to have you back. We're going to have to continue this conversation. It's a lot. It's a lot going on in these schools.
Yeah.
But like I said, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as well, and many times being an advocate. Like you said, we had situations where we had to deal with tragic situations with some of your students as well in the past. But I know that you're out here and you're very concerned about the future of these kids.
Right.
And I appreciate you having you as a pillar in the community as well.
Right. And I want to encourage the educators this book is also to let the educators know that you are seen and you are heard. Those who are out here really doing what they're supposed to do for our children, you are seen and you're heard. And it's time, you know, to have that conversation to bring healing in the field.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
City Conference season is coming down to the wire, and we have a battle of two of the top teams in the City Conference Gold Division. Tune in Thursday night as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats go on the road and look to knock off the top team in the City Conference, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All these murders is getting lethal. It's like a slaughterhouse, and we need a water drought. They trying to wipe us out.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance, a place that believes in who they can become. At Milwaukee College Prep, we set the bar high with strong character, high expectations, and academic excellence. Starting early as age 3, MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee because we believe in every child, and every child has greatness. Tuition free, and if you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com, because Milwaukee College Prep is where brilliant begins. Also, at Educators Credit Union, your money is powered by purpose. Educators Credit Union community advocates driven to uplift Milwaukee community with donations to local organizations such as Milwaukee Tool, Library, and sponsorships of events, large and small, that take place in our own backyard. Make the switch to ECU.com. That's ECU.com, insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Hey, look, I'm holding Dr. Tamika Johnson over for another segment. Her and her daughter, Mia Moore, authors. Dr. Tamika Johnson is an educator, won the Truth Community Awards Educator Award last year for advocacy for education. And once again, this is where we say in these times, we need to have people that truly are empathetic and feel for the youth today.
Right.
And like I said, you got a daughter here that's contributing and actually an author as well. So salute to you for all the efforts that you're not only doing for other children, but your own daughter.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I want to talk about, I don't want to leave a sour taste in anybody's mouth about teaching through trauma, me talking about my own personal narratives and the trauma that teachers go through. But the book also gives teachers, new teachers especially, tips and strategies on how to cope with some of the stress that we endure as education. You know, myself have been called to the profession. So it's nothing that, I can lead a profession and this and that, but the guy has called me to the profession. So while I'm in the profession, there are things, coping mechanism that I have to use to keep myself sane while I'm in front of my students, while I'm teaching, because my trauma can translate to the academics that I teach my students. My trauma, if it's not dealt with, could translate into the classroom on how I treat my parents and how I treat my students. So it's very important for teachers to not just be called professionals, but get professional help if you need to when it comes to your mental health.
Go see a psychologist.
Prioritize your mental health, yes, because it leads to other type of illnesses, physical illnesses.
Stress kills.
Yeah, and teachers are just leaving the classroom, at a very high rate. Teachers are just leaving, and nobody's going into the school of education anymore. So we want to keep education healthy, but we got to have healthy teachers too.
Well, we got Al on the lines. Al has a question. How you doing, Al?
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, first of all, I want to say no teacher should be hit. And if the mama can't do nothing with her child can sit at home with her mama and her daddy and she can rock. Okay, because that's not your problem to play mama and daddy. But my thing is when it comes to the CPS, sometimes I feel like when I hear people say they're worried about CPS, to me that's like them saying in a figure of speech they don't want to raise their children. You know, because when it comes to the neighborhood and somebody say something to that crumb snatcher, now everybody walking down the street with baseball bats, butcher knives, swinging their hips, and now everybody want to fight. But then when it comes to their kid being bad, mama and daddy is afraid to put their foot clean up their ass because they worried about CPS. And then when the little jump down get in trouble, you're putting money on their books because you wasn't woman or man enough to put money on their college education. So I don't understand when I hear people say they're worried about CPS. When you're the parent because if CPS gets your kids, all they gonna do is molest them, and he and she gonna grow up to be a little whore, and then when the little jump down get in trouble, they gonna be calling their mama and daddy. So you might as well bend the twig, split that head, and let them know in your house you're the law. See, that's the problem. These parents is letting these kids get out of hand, and then they call the law. And then when they call the law, they come back home, and then that parent's supposed to whip that ass again and do it faithfully. Because if you don't, they're going to be telling you what you're supposed to do. And I know in the households I know, they're not having that about the CPS. Actually, their kids is afraid to try it. So I think it's an excuse for some parents. Just say you don't want to raise your kids and stop telling people you're fertile and just say you just like producing kids and you don't want to raise them. And then people will respect you more. And then you can keep your kids at home that you don't want to raise and they can be your failure with your DNA and your last name, and then they can pray to God on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. She told it like it was. But the reality is, I would say this in my terminology, she's right. A lot of people are not parenting their children. I even have a hard time. Now, Tori, you know what type of teacher I am. Right. I have students that can go home and tell their parents whatever, and their parents will call me going down my throat knowing what type of students they have, children they're raising. You know, so I do agree with her. A lot of, I don't know if this is a fair. Oh, I'm so. Is he the one to call last time? I think. Yeah, he always watch you, don't he? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Hey, Al, right? Yeah. Hey, Al, I do remember him now from the last time I saw him. But seriously, he's right. He's right. I think there are a lot of excuses out here for the behaviors that we're seeing with our youth. It's time for us to get back parenting. It's time for us to get into these classrooms, parents to get into these schools. It's time for us to, again, advocate for our own children and be parents and not their friends. And monitor what they're watching, monitor their phones. Some of these children don't even need phones. Some of my students, I look and say, y'all don't need phones. Y'all need a book. Get these kids out, take these phones, and purchase them a book.
I talk about social media all the time because when girls go missing, all I got to do is check their Snapchat and look in the inbox, and then, you know, they got where they can trace you on a lot of these. If you know what you're looking for, you can actually see the location
of the person
and things like that, which is, I think, is dangerous because if your kid is out there and something's going on, somebody show up at your house, you don't know why. Right. But that's a whole nother thing with the technology. But how big has technology played in the behavior of the youth? When we come back, I want you to answer that question, Dr. Tamika Johnson in studio. Her daughter, Mee Amore Johnson, is in studio. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
There, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about direct relief. a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Lion Forge Entertainment is an Academy Award-winning Black-owned film studio that focuses on diverse stories. The company is working on several new projects aimed at younger audiences, and Lion Forge founder and CEO David Stewart II says you might be surprised where he's seeing opportunities with Gen Z.
In some ways, some of this stuff is actually kind of coming full circle. I was just circulating with our team some articles that have just come out around Gen Z going back to the movies, and that's their new interest point right now. So yes, YouTube is growing and a lot of eyeballs are going there to kind of find content, but you know, they want to go to the movies because they want this unique experience that they haven't really had, you know, because they've had the screens in front of them all the time. They've had that on-demand content. So, you know, it's interesting how things are kind of coming full circle.
Lion Forge Entertainment won its Oscar for short film Hair Love, a story about a black father learning to style his daughter's hair for the first time. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Orlando Magic beat the Milwaukee Bucks 118-99 on Monday night to snap the Bucks' season-long 3-game winning streak. Kevin Porter Jr. led Milwaukee with 28 points and 7 assists, but the Bucks committed 20 turnovers and gave up 67 points in the second half. Newly acquired veteran guard Cam Thomas scored 4 points in 13 minutes. Head coach Doc Rivers on the loss.
I thought we got stuck with the ball tonight. I thought their switching affected us. I thought they were first to every loose ball. All the physical plays tonight they made.
And tonight, the Wisconsin Badgers visit number 5 Illinois. The Badgers are 8-4 against conference opponents this season. Wisconsin has a 15-7 record against teams over 500. Tip-off is 7 p.m. tonight on Peacock. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, and member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We can handle this situation 2 ways, the low way or the slow way. Let's go! Tory Lowe, Mr. 888, every Mr. 5 points, get it straight, advocate Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Joining me on the lines, advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. All is well. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, we got Dr. Tamika Johnson in studio.
Hey, Queen.
How you doing?
And her daughter, Mia Moore Johnson, in
all
studio.
Is well.
Hey,
yes,
so
good.
We got a packed house right now, but
most definitely.
You know, we've been talking about a lot of things on the show when it comes to education and when it comes to dealing with the kids and the youth today. So it was just one of those things where we talked about this yesterday with the principal and with the situations in our schools with the teachers and the behaviors that they have to deal with. So Dr. Tamika Johnson was right on time.
Yeah, I saw somebody in the comment section that said that the principal was unprofessional and something like he was unprofessional. And I mentioned that in the book because at what job, I want to ask that person, at her job, if she got punched in the face, is she expected or he expected to remain professional? At what point do you defend yourself and protect yourself from harm? Like, teachers are and principals are not punching bags. Don't expect us to remain professional. If that's not professional, that's abuse. You don't abuse anybody on a job. Yeah, he could have used probably they could say de-escalation tactics and things like that. But where's the expectation or the fear that you do not put your hands on an educator? You do not disrespect an educator. The same fear y'all put in them when it comes to police officers and judges and doctors and any other profession. You cannot go in anybody's profession and beat them up and then tell them to remain professional.
That's true.
Remain professional.
That's
like, no, that's not cool.
But I mean, we also have to make sure that we understand when we're dealing with that's adults on adults. I really feel like, again, I've worked with youth as well, Tamika. I know, Dr. Tamika, I know that you are a specialist, and you're very great with the kids also.
Yes.
And I've never had an issue with when I was working with what they consider troubled youth,
right?
As being disrespectful or trying to become violent because there was a level of respect.
Right.
My thing is, especially when you're an adult, because we're living in a time, too, now where we're expecting more from the children than we are from the adults.
Right.
You know, at some point, we have to get back in order. We've been out of order for so long that we expect accountability from children when we setting the example. Where do we draw the line when we say being professional? Like I said, you know, when you're dealing, I knew that there could be some type of threat when I'm working with children,
right,
because a lot of the children that we're working with, again, like I said yesterday, are hurt, traumatized, and they bleed on everybody around them because they don't know how to interact. They don't know how to communicate. They don't have the ability of the emotional intelligence because majority of their parents don't have it. You understand what I'm saying? So when my thought process when it comes to knowing going in, being the same thing I say about the police, they get all of this training to de-escalate. If you know you're working with children, especially children who come from poverty, who is on the fight-or-flight mentality, on top of the fact that you're looking at these children in the communities that they come from and how their parents react on being able to communicate, at what point, like I said, do we, because again, we're all human, but at the same time, I really feel like, again, in our community, we put way more emphasis on how the children should act. And when you look around the room, the adults, the example that's being set is what?
So, you know,
because again, as a principal, there's a level of, you're never supposed to be anybody's punching bag, but
right,
you should know the children that you're dealing with and understanding if there was an issue with this kid who I knew I was working with troubled youth, but they knew that I was there, heart, mind, body, and soul for the betterment of them. So I'm talking about kids who was known for trying to fight, but I know me being who I am too. When I was in the fight or flight mode, that was my traumatized childhood trauma that showed up, that took everything personal and always felt like the victim. Majority of the time when you see that in children, that's a cry for help.
Yep. So from my perspective, if you talk to a lot of teachers and educators, like people that's just really in the trenches every day, I've been doing 24 years, I would say that we hold teachers more accountable than we do parents and children. And that's why we see in the results that we see in the classroom. We hold teachers
do you feel like
more accountable than we hold parents accountable. And so that's why.
Do you feel like, honestly,
Uh-huh.
oh, I'm sorry. Do you feel like, honestly, though, that there's a point of burnout?
Yes.
And that, I mean, in everything. Therefore, if, like, life is happening, and when you're interacting with certain people on certain days, certain things that you would give a pass to, don't give a pass because you already on,
and that's
trigger mode.
And that's called, but that's what I'm talking about in my book. It talks about the trauma being translated in the classroom. If we don't talk about the trauma that the educators are dealing with, you will have violent outbreaks like that, because we're not superhuman. There's coming a place now, you got to think about it. Our country is on the verge of what? All type of wars, race war, and all kind of. Our president is doing all kind of inhumane things to people. So everybody is walking on eggshells. Everybody's dealing with mental stress. So at what point do we say we just gonna hold the teacher accountable and not parents and students? I believe in holding everybody accountable, but at the same time, I know what I signed up for. But I didn't sign up to be abused by anybody. And so that's why I said at some point we need to gather our parents, our community. That's why when we're doing things in the community, going to the school board, we need to see parents in there. Parents need to become more engaged. If we want the student behaviors to become better, if we want healthy students, healthy classrooms, healthy teachers, we need our parents engaged. And we're not asking parents to solve all the problems by themselves, but we need them to collaborate with us. All over the city of Milwaukee.
Well, when we was trying to get them recalled, there was a lot of parents that showed up to the school board, okay? And a lot of times when the parents do show up and they do speak out, it go unresolved.
That's why we keep
So all of those meetings that me, you, Tori, and everybody else that showed up, who trying to make the right moves, and we go and speak, and we do all of these things, and then it's like, okay, we did that for what? Because they did what they wanted to do anyway. The decision was made even before we went.
But you know what? We have to keep on, because guess what? We showed up, but the parents didn't show up. They didn't respect us.
We had parents there.
But what I'm saying is we need a city. We need a city of parents there. We need parents whose kids are in the at-risk schools. We need our city of parents. We need to go to the juvenile center and get these parents that visit their children at the juvenile center. We need to get our parents, all of them, in there, because that's how we're going to gain the respect, and we don't let up. So, again, they still doing whatever they want to do. That's, like I told Tori, I said I went on a mental break, because at this point, I'm with you, Liz. Remember, we did all of this, and a lot of people didn't support us. A lot of people behind closed doors were saying, get them, do it. But they didn't. They wasn't visible. There is strength in numbers. But we got everybody cowering because they want to keep their jobs and keep their positions. And then a lot of them lost their positions anyways. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Part.
So,
absolutely.
So it's like we compromise. And because we compromise, the village act like cowards these days. Right. That's why our kids are how they are now. And so we just have to keep on mobilizing and keep working. Like I said, I had to take a break, but it's time for us to get back up. But I still have to speak on the defense.
I'm trying to go on a break.
I still have to speak on the defense of teachers like me who go in with good intentions, that know our children, that love our children, that fight for our children, but don't get respect from our children and parents. Instead, we get verbal abuse. You're absolutely right. Because I care about you. I'm not going to do you harm, so you think you can treat me any kind of way. But like Tori mentioned, this person that don't care nothing about you, you give them more respect.
Right.
Parents will listen to you before they listen to me when I'm, in fact, caring about your child. And so it's a lie that we deal with. You don't want teachers like me to say, quit the field. Because then you really have chaos. It's too many of too many of us in the field. That's principals, that's teachers, that's deans, that we give our life for these students, but Absolutely. We get nothing in return. We talk about systemically, They want us to, walk around with a PhD, you still in the classroom.
That sound like...
And they give such and such a position, she don't even know how to deal with behavior.
Exactly.
How you the principal?
Hold on, that sound like being the advocate.
And we are. Right. It's the truth.
Oh, wow. Hey, look,
and it's the truth.
When we come back,
look, we on the truth. It's the truth.
When we come back, I want to get your final thoughts, Elizabeth Brown, and usual, Dr. Tamika. I want to get everybody's final thoughts. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and yours truly, Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruthAwards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hurricane damage can be devastating. If you've been impacted by a hurricane, the last thing you want is to be taken advantage of. Contractors who show up immediately following a disaster could be scammers looking to make a profit off your insurance claim. They make promises that sound too good to be true to convince you to sign a contract. Don't be victimized a second time. Listen to your gut and don't be afraid to say no. If you suspect fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
A child deserves a school that sees their brilliance, a place that believes in who they can become. At Milwaukee College Prep, we set the bar high with strong character, strong expectations, and academic excellence starting as early as age 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers in Milwaukee because they believe that every child can achieve greatness, and it's tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com, because Milwaukee College Prep is where brilliance begins. Also, the award-winning 1017 The Truth. The Truth celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we're honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that shaped our past, empowered our present, and continues to shape our future. Tune in to Dr. Ken Trivia, spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know. And Tori Lowe Show, my show, Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month long. 1017 The Truth lifts up the legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history, because Black history isn't just history, it's happening every day. 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law. All right, Elizabeth Brown, let me get your final thoughts, and salute to Dr. Tamika Johnson for hanging out, and her daughter, Mia Moore Johnson, hanging out in the studio today.
Hey, salute. I love her name. That is so beautiful.
Mia Moore. I adore Mia Moore, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I seen her birthday pictures, too. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The pictures that y'all
we
put
share
together.
a birthday, too.
That's powerful. But, I mean, again, it's a frequency. You know, Dr. Tamika is there. Again, we know an educator, an advocate, who do amazing work. And again, I think just in 2026 or 2025, what we was pushing was the self-care.
Yes.
Because those of us that are givers, we have to learn how to be given.
Yep.
We can't continue to give without reciprocity of at some point allowing individuals, you know, to pour into us and us to pour into ourselves, because we are so selfless that sometimes we're selfless to a fault.
Yep.
That we'll burn out. And knowing that there's not many of us out here that's going to continue the fight and stay consistent, because a lot of people aren't consistent. But salute to you, Queen, because you've always been consistent. And I am so happy that you took the time, you know, to heal whatever it is that you need to heal, to re-pour into your own cup, because we were misled for a long time to believe that you're supposed to pour into your cup is empty, but you're supposed to pour the overflow, that overflowing in your cup into somebody else's cup. So salute to you for doing that. The same thing, you know, I preach to Tori as well, and myself as well. Like I said, we're great at giving, and we suck at receiving.
Right.
You know? So it's like it's a pivotal time.
I'm trying
for
to
us
receive
to get
now.
our minds right.
Me too.
I'm trying to find out what that feels like.
And it's a beautiful.
Look, that's
that
the season I'm in right now too. But you know, I say this. I have this saying where I say we can't save the world and let us die.
Right.
You know, we can't save the world and just let ourselves die. If we're no good for ourselves, we can't be any good for anybody else. You know, and so that's where I'm with you. I'm with Tori and I'm with you, Liz. I'm ready to receive now. You know, I'm still gonna pour in, but at the same time, I'm ready to receive what God has for me. You know, the many seeds that I've sown throughout these years. You know, and you know, so that's just where I'm at too. So
Puff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mia Moore?
I say, you know, it's compassion. We have to make sure we're being compassionate to what includes us and not what excludes us.
Yes.
So,
well, we got Mia Moore, the youth in the studio. Let me get your final thoughts.
I don't know.
Now, what do you think about the youth? And close it. What do you think about the youth? And
well, I feel like that some of us, we try our best. We just need the right leaders and stuff.
What's
the right direction.
What's the right leader? What does that look like? What does the right leader look like?
People that does the right things that we see.
Hey, spoken like a young person that's looking for leadership.
Period.
And understanding that we can't do right unless the leadership is teaching us the right way.
And you guys did say, they said me and Maury come on for y'all Black History Month. And I do want people to know that we have young Black youth in Milwaukee that are doing great things. But a lot of times I reached out to the news media and asked them to cover Mia more, and they won't they be quick to cover the negativity about our youth. But when it comes to positive stuff that our youth are doing in the community, they're reluctant. So again, media also plays into the trauma that we're seeing in our community. So I'm going to admonish the news media, anybody watching, start glorifying the children that are doing great things in the community, because we have plenty of them that are,
Absolutely, and it's our job. Again, I think our biggest problem is depending on somebody else to uplift what we know is righteous. It shouldn't even take the news. We should have a program in place because, like I said, we have so many nonprofits and everybody talking about the troubled youth. But what about the youth that's not in trouble? What about the upstanding youth who stand up every day, who have a chance and a choice, and they always choose right against all odds?
Yep.
And that's what we have to promote.
And they, too, live in trauma. They, too, deal with loss and murder, but they choose to make right decisions, not because their life is easy.
Just like you.
Yep.
Yeah,
so we have to start teaching.
Look at Tori's story.
Yep.
When you look at Tori's life, all of us have, again, we're the best of the worst.
Yep.
But we have to highlight that. If that's what we want our children to uphold, again, like Tori said, when he graduated from college, nobody threw him a party. But when they come from prison for making the wrong decision, then everybody is up, want to party and want to do everything else. No, if we're going to turn it around, because it's not a flex. That you did the wrong thing and went to prison. The flex is you being out here and you could have done the wrong thing, but you continue to do the right thing. That's the biggest flex.
Yep.
I agree. Like
Against
I said,
all odds. Like
I
you
said, everybody got a sad story, but I need the story with the glory in it. I mean, give me the glory.
That part.
Give me how you overcame. Give me how you didn't go down the valley when you walked through the valley of the shadow of death. How you feared no evil. How you overcame. I need the victory.
And we have those stories, but we don't hear about them, right?
They don't want us to hear them. But like I said, everybody where I came from got a lot of sad news to tell. But I need to have the person that was able to see and then go through the obstacles and come out on the other side.
Yep, that's right.
And choose righteous every time, because that's the biggest flex. I mean, I could have did the same things and not became anything, but I chose the opposite. Every day I got up with the intention to do righteousness, to be righteous, and we have to promote that if that's what we truly want. And
Most
again,
definitely.
like the baby said, Shamor, what she just said is the fact that be the example that
Leaders.
you're talking about.
Leaders.
Give us the example of the Chiefs and not the Indians. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what we want them to be, then that's what we have to model for them.
Right. I totally agree.
Look, another powerful show. Look, Elizabeth Brown.
Absolutely.
Look.
Thanks for having
We got a lot of work to do as usual, and I appreciate you for being on the front lines, Queen.
Yes.
It's early 2026. We got a long year ahead.
Yes, we do.
Hey, it's epic. Let's get it. I'm here for it. One love.
All right. Thank you for tapping in. All right, Dr. Tamika Johnson and Mia Moore Johnson. I appreciate y'all for coming on the show today and having a great conversation about the youth, about education, the teachers, all of the frustration, but it's always a silver lining.
Yep, always. Light at the end of the tunnel.
That's
Take
what they
care
say.
of yourself, yes.
You got to, what you say, you got to take a break.
Got to take a break sometimes.
I'm learning.
Can't say the word and let yourself die.
I just learned how to spell
and
vacation
then nobody
last
show
year.
up at your funeral. Like the Great Gatsby.
Hey, look. Well, look, I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show today. Salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful chat. Hey, look, thanks to everybody that called into the show, that hit me up on the talk to text. Look, we got a road. Nobody said the road is going to be easy, but we can make it together. Everybody do a little. Nobody got to do a lot. We all are resources to each other. Hey, look, keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Lloyd Barbie wasn't just a civil rights leader in Milwaukee. He was the man who forced the city to change its laws. In the 1960s, when segregation shaped housing, schools, and political power, Barbie didn't stop at protests.